You're watching Best Press Media. I was at the University of British Columbia on Tuesday, March 18th, day 2 of the hunger strike initiated by UBC students, faculty, and staff to put pressure on the UBC administration to divest from companies involved in the genocide of Palestinians. I had a chance to talk with a community member about why he's here and why he's supportive of this action. He is using a pseudonym to protect his identity from targeting.
I am a community supporter. I heard about the hunger strike and the student strike, and I was really excited to see what kinds of change we can make in society through student movements.
Outside the AMS building, there is a vigil set up to honor Dr. Hussam Abu Safia, who was kidnapped by the Israeli army after they stormed the Kamal Adwan hospital, destroying the hospital, rendering it unusable in December of last year. The Israeli army arrested Dr. Abu Safia at gunpoint. He has been detained for over 70 days in Ofer prison just west of Ramallah. Palestinian lawyer Khalid Qassam was able to visit the doctor on Thursday last week, and it was announced publicly on Monday that Dr. Abu Safia has been subjected to torture and brutal abuse in Israeli prisons. You may remember Ofer Prison is the same facility where Dr. Adnan Al-Bursh, the head of orthopedics at Al-Auda Hospital, was likely raped to death at the age of 49. In July of last year, a whistleblower from within Israeli prisons also released a video of another prisoner being raped with a metal rod. He is said to have died shortly thereafter from his injuries. This sparked protests, not to protect Palestinian prisoners, but was actually a response to the Knesset for issuing a statement of discipline to condemn the actions of these soldiers. The protests in Israel by Israeli soldiers and settlers were for the right to rape Palestinian prisoners without condemnation. Dr. Abu Safia was also arrested previously on October 25th, and later that day, his 15-year-old son, Ibrahim, was targeted and killed by a precision drone strike in front of the Kamal Adwan hospital. As the name suggests, precision drone strikes are meant to hit precise targets that are established by the occupation forces.
I don't think students really appreciate knowing that some of their scholarship money comes from Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Airbus, and other human rights violating companies.
UBC's Investment Management Board elected a new director, Alexa Bain, last year. Bain's asset management firm Deetkin Impact says on their website that they invest in and engage with companies committed to gender equality and women's empowerment. According to several UBC organizations advocating for UBC to divest from the apartheid occupation, UBC still maintains shares in companies that are in violation of human rights. This includes 17 weapons manufacturing and military technology companies, Lockheed Martin, BAE Systems, Elbit Systems, Rainmetal, RTX, formerly Raytheon, Textron, L3 Harris Technologies, Thales, General Dynamics, Rolls-Royce Holdings, General Electric, Caterpillar, Boeing, Northrop Grumman, Airbus, Saran, Cisco Systems Incorporated, as well as 13 UN settlement list companies.
Move troops safely, because the assembly can mean the difference between life and death. L-to-Z vehicles are changing the rules of the game. They are prepared for any mission, any time, any terrain. L-to-Z, the ultimate military vehicles and unparalleled logistic support. The perfect vehicle.
I have done my reading, and I'm like everyone else right now. I'm doing a lot of research and trying to understand what is my role as somebody born in these lands. How do I use my voice?
Despite the cold shoulder that the advocates have been receiving from the administration this past year, the sentiment on campus appears to be generally supportive of the hunger strikers, and in a record turnout, students voted in favor of a school-wide general two-day strike starting next week.
The genocide, the obliteration of Palestine, of Gaza, continues, and Israel continues to violate the ceasefire. I think that community members should be in communication with the UBC, letting them know that they stand by the students. People, are putting their careers on the line. They're putting their studies on the line or on pause or on hold, and I think we need to stand with them. We need people to sign petitions asking the UBC to divest. Most importantly, I believe we need UBC to acknowledge the genocide, to acknowledge the right of Palestinians to return to their homes. We talk about decolonization, everything in the curriculum sounds all great nowadays. It's all platitudes. We want to see action. Palestinians are Indigenous people. They have the right to their lands. They have the right to reparations. We need to protect these people. We need to protect everyone who is speaking out against violations of war crimes. We're not going to, liberate Palestinians by staying at home. I think if you have the ability, join people in the streets. There's a lot of emergency rallies. There's a lot of art builds. There's food and cultural events. There's really something for everyone. You think about disconnecting people from their land. When you think about Indigenous people, you seek to cut all ties, sever the connection, and make it more necessary for them to leave. So when we look at the Zionist genocidal entities like obliteration of olive trees, it makes you wonder why they would go to such lengths to disconnect people from their harvest, from these hundreds or thousands of year old beautiful trees.
I'll get a little footage of this. While I was interviewing Daal near the strikers' booth, an undergrad class and their professor came by to learn more and speak with the hunger strikers about the endowment fund. They were seen signing petitions.
It's ecological devastation, ruining, water wells, just making it unlivable. But the Palestinians are resilient, and Israel has not obtained or achieved any of its objectives other than making the whole world realize what Zionism is. It is a genocidal, racist ideology. Hunger strikes have been used throughout the world, throughout time, to raise awareness for issues, and I fully support the student movements.
You're watching Best Press Media. I'm Emily Best. News needs to be empowering, and that is why Best Press Media is hoping to change the landscape of how you consume your media and how you stay informed, with wellness at the forefront. If you'd like to support us, you can visit us on Instagram at Best Press Media. You can also support our Patreon page at Best Press Media. And stay tuned, we'll be updating our website at www.bestpress.ca. Thank you.